Today is the 18th of August 2022, and we set our hearts on training our minds in mindfulness to make our mindfulness continuous, knowing the breath as it goes in and the breath as it goes out. We can feel the breath as it goes in at the tip of the nose, and as the breath goes out, we feel it go out at the upper lip. And we follow the breath like this. We can also feel the breath pass down from the tip of the nose to the chest, to the navel, and then from the navel to the chest, to the nose or upper lip. We can count 1 at the nose, 2 at the chest, 3 at the navel, and 1 at the navel, 2 at the chest, 3 at the nose or upper lip. And if we practice in this way and we feel constricted or constrained, then we can just know the breath as it goes in at the end of the nose and as it goes out at the upper lip, or any of these 3 points of nose, chest, or navel, wherever the sensations feel the most clear, that we can feel the breath right there. The important point is to have mindfulness, and have that mindfulness gather together at one point, to bring the mind to peacefulness, and to have mindfulness be continuous, and for our peace and collectedness, our samadhi, to be firmly established, to have applied thought and sustained thought, to know the breath as it goes in and the breath as it goes out, to know if the in and out breath is short, to know if it's long, to know that. And when we have this quality of recollection with the breath, then the mind is with just one object. And when it's like this, the mind gathers in samadhi, the mind becomes still, then rapture of 5 types can arise. The hair can stand on end, or we can have thrills flash through the body, or there can be waves of rapture through the body, and the body can move from side to side. The body can feel like it's very light, like it's floating, and the body can feel completely filled with rapture, feel full of rapture. Body and mind feels light, and the rapture is full throughout the body. Sometimes we meet with a Kruba Ajahn, a great teacher, and we see them, and we feel that we haven't seen them in a long time. We have this feeling of fullness and happiness arise through seeing the great teacher. And rapture can arise based on this at this time when the mind gathers in samadhi. We have rapture, have happiness arise, and this can last for a long time. It can be 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or even an hour. And then when the mind exits from that state of peace, then the mind starts to proliferate again. Feelings arise, clinging arises, the sense of self arises. So right here we have wisdom to contemplate that all sense impressions, all moods are unstable and impermanent. Samadhi is unstable and impermanent. Liking and disliking are unstable and impermanent. And contemplating in this way, wisdom arises, and the mind can enter samadhi again. And if we can't do this, then this means that the samadhi has degraded already, and the sense impressions are entering into the mind. So it's at this point that we practice patient endurance, to have restraint and composure within sila, within virtue. So we need to train and practice. In this life, we may wonder, Can I really train myself in this path? Am I able to know and see the Dhamma? Am I able to close off the lower realms in this life? When one dies, will one go to a hungry ghost state, or a jealous god state, or an animal state, or a hell being state? One may wonder about this. And so given this, we need to train in the present moment a lot. If you ask a great teacher about this, they can answer in a way that gives you strength and energy of heart to put forth effort. And they say that you can do it, it is possible. But you have to be able to pick yourself up and awaken yourself to have chanda, this wholesome effort, this enjoyment in the pursuit of one's activity, to have effort and striving to bring the mind to be able to focus on these recollections all the time. And we use wisdom as well. We use our faculty of contemplation. And whatever we engage in, whatever we try to do, if we have these four qualities, then we're able to succeed in that activity. So we have effort, we persevere. Don't give up, don't retreat, don't be disheartened. The kilesas arise in the mind. If we don't have samadhi today or don't have samadhi tomorrow, we can feel disheartened and feel like we want to give up or retreat. And it's at these times that liking and attraction for sights, sounds, smells, tastes, touches, and mind objects arises easily. This is the mind following the current of sense impressions, following the stream of sense impressions. But in order to see the Dhamma, one has to go against the stream of sense impressions. We look at this word, sota. Sota is the stream of Dhamma. And to enter the stream of Dhamma, one needs to go against the stream of the world. And we have this body, and these bodies, all people have liking for them. We see them as beautiful. But if we see them just as four elements, natural elements of earth, air, fire, and water, then this is able to bring the mind to peace and collectedness, to give rise to understanding that it's something that's not beautiful, it's just these natural elements. So we can use these elements as our meditation object. We see that these elements of earth, air, fire, and water, they change, they're unstable, impermanent. We see them as not self. So in this world, if there's only a little bit of water and it's dry, then fires arise a lot and arise easily. Sometimes there's earthquakes, and the heat element within the earth gives rise to the earth shaking and an earthquake. Then there's floods, there's tsunamis. So these are the natural elements of the world moving about. And in these bodies of ours, if the elements are not balanced, then illnesses arise, various illnesses based on imbalances. So therefore we need to train and study and practice the Dhamma to give rise to wisdom. And we have mindfulness to focus on the body, to be with the breath, to contemplate and look at the four elements, to bring the mind to peace and collectedness. And we see that these four elements are of the nature to degrade and pass away. So we train to see this with wisdom in order to see the Dhamma. Then this body that we've always seen and taken to be self, we see it as not self. We see these four elements as not self, not a me or a mine. This is something we're able to do. It's not difficult. It's not beyond our capacity to apply ourselves to this. So we're able to do it. So may you have effort without ceasing. May you continuously put forth effort. And in the end, your mind can realize emptiness, can see Nibbana, and attain to the Dhamma. So may you all set your hearts on this.